So last class we discussed about node analysis, the techniques for solving a network using nodal method. So the basic rules for the node analysis were: first you have to identify all the nodes, and you should see which are independent nodes and which are dependent node. You also have to find out a reference node. So based on that we will be doing the node analysis. So after finding the independent node, apply KCL, Kirchhoff's current law, at all the independent nodes. Then you will get different equations. Okay, so for applying KCL you need to know about KVL. So once you got all the equations, the rest is very easy. Just solve these equations and find out different current and voltages. So today we will do some examples, then the idea will be very clear to you. So the first question is, using node analysis, find out various currents in the network shown. So I am going to draw a network. 100 volt battery, 20 ohm resistor, 10 ohm, 15 ohm resistor, again a 10 ohm resistor, here also 10 ohm, and here is a battery with negative here and positive here. Battery voltage is 80 volt. Okay, so you have to find out various branch currents in the network using nodal analysis method. So first of all I have to identify all the independent nodes. So I know that this is a node but this is a dependent node. This point is also a node but this is also a dependent node because it is directly connected to the supply battery. Okay, and I can see that these two nodes I can take the reference node. So the independent nodes are, let me take this is A and this B. Okay, so the potential at this point is VA, the potential at this point is VB, and this is the reference node D or E. E and D are connected through a wire, so E and D and all these points at the bottom line are same. Okay, now let us do the node analysis. You have to mark all the current. So I am going to mark from this battery, 100 volt battery, let I1 be the current flowing in this way, and I assume that I1 is dividing into two. One flows through 10 ohm, that is I2, one flowing through the 15 ohm, let it be I3, and I3 comes at the junction VB. Again there are two paths for the current, let this be I4 and let this be I5. Okay, now we can follow the second step. What is the second step? The second step is apply KCL at all the independent nodes. So if I apply KCL at VA, so write at node A, what is the KCL equation? I1 is entering and I2 and I3 are leaving. So immediately you can write I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. Because the total current is I1, it is dividing into two, I2 and I3. So I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. So the next step is we need to find out what is I1. So what is I1? I1, the last example also I have shown that this is a 100 volt battery, 20 ohm, and this point is VA. The meaning of this VA is this is a higher potential plus with respect to ground. Okay, so this is plus minus, I1 is flowing in this way, so current is entering here, so this is plus and this is minus. Current is entering here, so this is plus and this is minus, the current is I1. So how will you apply this? Minus 100 plus 20 into I1 plus VA is equal to 0, or 20 I1 is equal to 100 minus VA. or I1 is equal to 100 minus VA divided by 20. Okay, so just by this is just by writing the KVL you got this, but just by observation also, just by inspection also, you can immediately write what is the value of I1. See here, this I1 is equal to this 100 minus VA divided by 20, because the current is equal to, current flows from the 100 volt battery, so that is at higher potential, so you can take 100. What is the next value? VA. So 100 minus VA, and what is the resistance? 20. So immediately also, just by observation also, you can write I1 is equal to 100 minus VA divided by 20. Okay, similarly, what is I2? I2 is the current flowing through this 10 ohm resistor. So what is I2? You can apply Ohm's law. I2 is equal to V by R. So what is the voltage there? VA. What is the resistance there? 10 ohm. Okay, so that's the expression for I2. Plus, what is I3? First you can apply KCL, or by observation also you can write I3 is flowing from VA to VB. Okay, so how will you write I3? VA minus VB divided by 15. Okay, if you don't know how to write this VA minus VB by 15, you can use the same technique here. As I have told, this is VA, then this is 15 ohm, and this is VB and I3, and write the KVL minus VA plus 15 into I3 plus VB is equal to 0. Solve this equation, you get straight away, you will get this answer, VA minus VB by 15. So by observation also you can write this is very simple to write. If you want to find a branch current, look at the potentials at the extreme end terminals of this resistor and the direction of the currents. The current flowing from here, the 100 volt battery, that's why you wrote 100 minus VA by 20. Here, for writing the value of I3 is flowing between VA and VB. So VA minus VB by 15 will be I3. So by observation you can write. Now what you need to do is, you have to take the LCM of this LCM, that I think you will get 300 will be the LCM, and then reduce this expression, take the LCM and reduce it, that you can solve, right? Okay, so you get an expression after simplifying this, that you have to do. Let me call this is equation number 1. Okay, now I am writing at node B. At node B, if you apply KCL, how will you get? I3 is the incoming current, it is dividing into 2, I4 and I5. So I am writing I3 is equal to I4 plus I5. Now by observation you can write, what is I3? I3 already we have written, VA minus VB divided by 15. What is I4? I4 is the current flowing through this 10 ohm battery here. So what is I4? Potential across that 10 ohm. What is that potential across 10 ohm? VB divided by 10 ohm. See, the potential VB means it is the potential of this point with respect to ground or with respect to D. Okay, which is same as the potential across the 10 ohm. That's why I have written 10 ohm, or sorry, VB divided by 10, that is I4. Plus what is I5? I5 is flowing between VB and minus 80 volt battery. Okay, so how can you write? VB minus 80 divided by 10. So what is VB minus 80? VB plus 80. Okay, so the equation, this is the potential here, current flowing from VB, so I am writing VB minus, what is the battery here? It's the polarity reversed. Okay, minus terminal come first, so this is minus 80 divided by, what is the resistance? 10 ohm. So VB minus 80 is VB plus 80. So again you can take, this is equation number 2, take the LCM of this, you get another equation. So you get both the equations and you can solve the techniques that you know how to solve different equations. Once you get that, you have to find out what is VA, find out what is VB. Once you know VB and VA, you can easily find out what is I1, I2 and I3, because I1 this is the equation, I2 this is the equation, I3 this is the equation. Okay, so find out all the branch voltages VA, VB, VC by solving the equations, the techniques that I believe that you know how to solve this. Okay, so once you find out all the voltages, you can easily find out the value of current. That is the technique. Now we will solve another question. Now I'm going to draw a network. Again you have to find out the branch current. Okay, so first I'm going to draw this. This is known as a current source of 10 ampere. Normally we draw voltage sources like this, like 100 volt. Similarly, this is the representation of current flow, current source. So the direction is indicated like this, which means current is flowing in this way. If I draw a current source like this, the meaning is that current is flowing in this direction. That's the meaning. So there is a 10 ampere current source. From this 10 ampere current source, circuit there is a 2 ohm resistance here. Okay, there is 3 ohm resistor here, 5 ohms here, 1 ohm here, 4 ohms here, and a current source in this direction with a 2 ampere. Okay, and here between these 2 points there is a resistor of 5 ohm. It's connected between these 2 points. By using nodal analysis, find out different branch currents. That is the question. So let me mark all the branch currents first. Okay, so 10 ampere is the current coming here. So this 10 comes here. Okay, and assume that it is dividing into 3. So first there are 3 paths. One is going in this way, one can go in this way, one can go in this way. So I am marking this is I1, this branch is I2 current, and current flowing through this branch is I3. Now I2 current sums here, again it has got. So before that you need to mark all the nodes, independent node. So let me call this is independent node A, this is independent node B, and this is independent node C. Right? C is independent node because we cannot find directly what is the voltage at C. It depends on other parameters. Okay, if it was a voltage source here, we can say that C is not an independent node, dependent node. Okay, and the bottom line is the reference node. All these lines are reference node. Okay, hope you understood. So I2 current comes here at B. It can go these 2 way. So I am writing this is I3. Sorry, this is I4 and this is I5. Okay, now I5 current reaches C. Again there are 2 paths. One can go this way and one this way. So this is I6, and the current going through this branch is already shown there. It is 2 ampere. Okay, so this is the current. Now you can apply node analysis for the using of you have to, if you want to use this node analysis, first of all write the node equations. So we can start at node A. At node A, if you apply KCL, how will you get? Total current is the 10 ampere, that is divided into 3. So total incoming current is equal to 10 ampere, which is divided into I1, I2 and I3. So if you look at point A, you can see that 10 equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So 10 equal to, what is I1? I1 is the current flowing through this 2 ampere. What is that value? Potential across that potential across the 2 ohms. What is that? VA divided by 2 ampere, 2 ohms. Then you will get I1. And what is I2? I2 is the current flowing from A to B. So how will you find out I2? VA minus VB divided by resistance. That is that value 3 ohm plus. What is I3? I3 is the current flowing from A to C, this branch. Okay, so that will be VA minus VC divided by 5. Okay, so take the LCM and solve. I think you will get like this. I don't know whether it's correct, you have to check. 31 VA minus 10 VB minus 6 VC is equal to 300. 30. 300 or something. 300 or 30. 30. Let this be the equation number 1. Okay, so similarly at node 2 write the equation. At node B, what is KCL? I2 is the total incoming current at B, so I2 is equal to, at B the current leaving are I4 and I5, so I4 plus I5. Now what is I2? I2 is the current flowing from A to B. So already you know that VA minus VB by 2 is equal to, what is I4? VB divided by 5 plus, what is I5? I5 is the current flowing from B to C. So VB minus VC divided by 1 ohm. Okay, again you take the LCM and you get another equation. I think it will be 5 VA minus 23 VB plus 15 VC is equal to 0. This is equation number 2. Now at node C, you have to apply KCL at all the independent nodes. So KCL says at C, I5 is the total incoming current which is dividing into I6 plus 2 ampere, right? 2 ampere is the current flowing in this direction. What is I5? Current flowing from B to C. So VB minus VC divided by 1. What is I6? Current flowing through the 4 ampere. How can we calculate that? VC by 4 plus 2. Again you take this LCM, you get equation number 3. Okay, now solve equation number 1, 2 and 3 to find out the parameters VA, VB and VC. Once you know VA, VB, VC, you know how to calculate I1, I2, I3, I4, I5 and I6. Because if you want to calculate I1, that will be VA by 2. I2, how will you calculate? VA minus VB by 3. Similarly, all the equations already you know, you just substitute and find out the final answer. Okay. Now write down the third question. It's a homework question you have to solve by yourself. Find the currents and the total power consumed in the circuit. The circuit is like this. A 15-volt battery, a resistance of 1 ohm, a resistance of 1 ohm here and a resistance of 0.5 ohms here, a resistance of 2 ohms, 1 ohm here and a 20-volt battery like this. Okay, so you have to find out all the branch current. After finding all the branch current, you have to find out what is the total power consumed in the resistor. So I will tell you how to do this. Branch current you know how to calculate, that is by nodal analysis. How to calculate the power? Okay, so power calculate, once you get all the current like I1, I2, I3, how many currents that you have to find out. So what is actually power? I square into R loss is known as the power loss. So if you get the current flowing through this resistor, this is be I1. So I1 square into 1 is the power loss here. Similarly, assume that current flowing through here is I2. So I2 square into 1. Assume that the current flowing through this is I3. So this is I4. This is I5. Assume that these are the just for example that I am showing all this direction. When you solve the problem, you have to put your direction. Okay. So how will you calculate the total power loss? I1 square into 1 ohm here plus I2 square into 1 ohm here, I3 square into 0.5 ohm here, I4 square into 2 ohm plus I5 square into 1 ohm. So when you add all this, you get the total power. Okay. So using node analysis, first out you find out all the branch current. Okay, identify all the independent nodes, use node analysis to find out branch current, and after finding the branch current, you have to calculate the total power loss.